Here come the gruesome parts of Fallstreak. Here's what happened on the previous episode. What's wrong with you, lady? You've got like 5 million books in here and you chose that one? Did we change viewpoints or is this still Triss? So there was like kind of a scene transition. I shut my eyes tightly, but the tears continued to squeeze out from beneath my eyelids. Overhead, the rain had begun to intensify. Crying under the rain was meaningless for one without a voice. Okay, it's Triss. Because even if they were to cry for eternity, under the rain, no one will ever notice. Well, that sucks to think about. Anno Mundi 185. 15 years before the fire collapse. It drifts down from the sky above. A blanket woven by winter seamstress. Shaped in its frigid embrace, a rundown building. A broken egg nestled in the snow. Within the building, a shivering young girl could be seen, huddled in the hallway all alone. The girl had no name. No family. No background. No reason to reject the release of coming death. Her eyes flicker and shift as she begins to slip into a deep slumber. It's warm. So very warm. But that's wrong. Why does it feel so warm? I open my eyes, only to be met with a head of scruffy hair. You're awake. The scruffy hair tilts back and two big round eyes peer up at me. A girl around my age. For some reason, she had snuggled up against me and wrapped her blanket around us. You're hungry, right? Eat this. Reaching into the folds of the blanket, she pulls out a loaf of bread and presses it against my lips. My body acts automatically. Bite, chew, swallow. I repeat the process until the bread is gone. Having filled my stomach, a thought returns to me at last. Why? Why are you helping me? Why am I helping you? With a big, wide smile, she answers me. Because I feel like it. For a moment, the world changes. I didn't know how to describe the change besides different. But it leaves a strong impression on me as it fades away. My name is Mallory. What's your name? I don't have a name. Eh? You don't have a name? Mallory makes a troubled face. But after falling silent for a while, she suddenly brightens up. Let's give you a name then. I was going to say this one for when I had a baby, but how about Amane? Amane? Amane is a pretty name because you can shorten it to Amy. Amy means friend, you know. That's what Big Sis told me. Friend. Do you like it? I nod. Okay then. Nice to meet you, Amane. I'm new at the orphanage, so I don't know anyone yet. But now I made my first friend here. Hoo-hoo. Mallory smiles bashfully. Mallory. Yes, Amy? Go kill yourself. Mallory. Amy. Mallory. Amy? The two of us laugh. I didn't have any real reason for calling her name. I just liked how it felt when I said her name, and when she said my name. My name. Mallory, can I ask you something? What is it? What color is snow? What color is snow? She tilts her head at my question. It's just white, right? It doesn't have a color. White. Can you not see color? I shake my head. The way I saw the world was different from other people. My eyes can see color, and I know what color is. I know what it's supposed to be. But I still can't see it. Huh. Wait, what? My eyes can see color, and I know what color is. But I still can't see it. How's that make any sense? I don't really get it. Neither do I. I don't either, but I think I saw it for a bit. I think I saw color when you spoke to me. Really? That means there's hope. We need to figure it out. Not being able to see color sounds so sad. We'll definitely find a way to make you see it. Pinky swear. My life changed on that day. A lone girl with no background, no identity. There'd been no future for me, who balanced on a fragile present with no past to support me. But by meeting Mallory, I gained something. A reason to live. She showed me it could exist. Color. A human being full of color and warmth. Why had she saved me? Who was this girl that'd given me a name, who promised to help me see? Those questions breathed life into my empty chest, giving me the will to reject death. I only have one regret. The lie I told her on that day. There's one color I can see. The color that flows from a person when their time has come. Oh god. Red. She can see red. It flowed from his pierced throat. A beautiful, vivid hue, painting over the monochrome canvas of the world. The color was not as vibrant as when Mallory spoke to me, but it filled me with ecstasy that numbed my mind. More. I wanted to see more. Is she like gonna go on a psychotic rampage and just kill everyone? Did you hear what happened last night, Amy? A boy slipped and fell in the kitchen. He was holding a knife and it went straight through his throat. Is that so? What was he doing in the kitchen? You're not supposed to go there after bedtime. He was the big kid that always took other people's food. They think he might have been trying to steal more since the lock looked like it had been chipped away with the knife. He took your food once, didn't he? Yeah, but he'll never do that again now. Amy. Amy! An impoverished orphanage where there was many mouths to feed but nowhere near enough to go around. It was a place where passively waiting for a meal was the same as idly inviting death. Famine, plague. In times like such, those that thieves are the ones that live to see another day. Both within the orphanage and outside it, I stole. Naturally, taking that food meant it would never reach another child's hungry mouth. But so long as Mallory could eat, I had no qualms with shouldering the burden. There were times when stealing wasn't enough, though. When food was especially short, there was only one thing to be done. Many mouths to feed, not enough to go around. If there's nothing you can do about it, the latter, you simply have to do something about the former. In the end, an inescapable cold truth would always dictate my actions. Fewer mouths to feed meant more of those that remained. Be careful near those stairs. Last month the girl fell down them and broke her neck. He must have eaten something that went bad. He was throwing up a lot the night before. So long as it was made to look like an accident, nobody questioned it. The details of how we went mattered little when so many of us were on the verge of starvation. Such was the life we knew. Anoman D, 190. 10 years before the fire collapse. I wonder which character this is. I wonder if this is Triss's mom. No, I don't like it. Why would they come back for you after abandoning you for so many years? It'll be fine, Amy. I told you how I have an older sister, right? She's always been very sickly. Since her medicine cost so much, my parents decided to leave me at the orphanage for a while so they could afford it. Looks like everything is better now, so they want me to come back. I don't trust them. They've never even visited you until now. I think it might be hard for you to understand, Amy, since you never had a family before. It's true. Having grown up in the orphanage since my first memories, the concept of a family had never seemed more than a fable to me. You'll visit? I'll come by here as soon as I'm settled in. Pinky swear. She never came back. What a lying little whore. Weeks passed without me hearing anything from Mallory. I began to grow restless. The sleepless nights ate at my heart until I could no longer bear it. Taken to the streets, I searched fruitlessly without rest. Then, what? Taken to the streets. They're in an orphanage. Are they allowed, like, outside of the orphanage? Maybe I'm thinking of, like, Annie, where she couldn't leave. Right? I came across a chance encounter in Socotrine's back alleys. Oh, Mallory's being a little whore. Is it Mallory? Is she in the back alley? Oh. A man I recognized as Mallory's father was conversing with a larger man with fine clothing. Her father is selling her to someone else. Slave trade. Oh yeah, baby. Getting juicy now. No more trial runs. We'll complete the transaction today. Has the time come to take my dear Snow White home? Oh, but how it pains me to tear away from her oh-so-loving family. Shut up. What a miserable man you've become. I do think it regrettable, you know. So bright and talented, you had a wonderful future ahead of you. Yet now you live in a broken shell of a home, having pawned all your belongings. And to think you would even go this far. How truly pitiful. You have the money, I trust? Of course. Let us go, then. Melting into the shadows, I trail after the two men. They take me to the site of what once had been a fine house. Mallory's father lets the man in. He surveys the area before entering after him. It's time. My heart beats not. I slide up to the door, listen intently. Breath does not come from my mouth. I pick the lock, soundlessly, smoothly. My feet do not tread upon this earth. I slip inside. Inside, I slip, and fall, and hurt myself. For I am colorless. I can see it. His back. Mallory's father. Hunched over a table, he fixatedly recounts the money he had just received. It's still not enough. Splashing of blood. With cold brutality, I saw deep into his throat, judiciously severing both arteries. Within moments, his muffled gurgling grows silent as his color spills over his beloved money. Kill confirmed. I turned my attention to deeper within the house, an area where noise could be heard from. Jeez, she should be in like Assassin's Creed over here. Down a set of stone steps, I enter a dimly lit basement. The man from before. He towered over the lone figure of a lone girl. That girl was Mallory. I meant to toy with you before taking you back to the manor, but to think you'd faint upon hearing the news. Was it really that shocking, being betrayed by your beloved family? You're different from the other girls, you know. No matter how much I played with you, you never broke. That's why I'm really looking forward to seeing how long you last. You are mine now. Mine and only mine. Oozing with sleaze, the man fingers Mallory's unmoving figure. Something spikes and surges through me at the sight. Freaking ninja move? Dashing forward, I trace a wide arc across the man's neck with my knife. But with unprecedented reflexes, the man manages to shield himself. Gah! Who the hell are you? The man roars angrily as he clutches at his bleeding wrist. I step back as he lashes out violently with his uninjured left arm. Ducking under one of his wild swings, I slip around and low to the ground and slice into his calf, causing him to lose balance and sprawl into all fours. The finishing blow, homing out on the base of the neck, I let my blade descend. At the last moment, he thrashes and it plunges into his lower back instead. Whoa! Making use of his sheer size, the man rams me into the wall. He slams me against the ground and wraps his hands around my neck. Die! Lower back, left section. Arching my torso off the ground, I draw my right arm back as far as possible. I jam my fingers of my left hand deep into the wound on his wrist. Gah! When his grip loosens, I muster all my strength and strike him as hard as I can. Right under where the knife is embedded in his back. Gah! Twisting free of his weakened grasp, I kick out his injured leg. These sound effects! I use the leverage to wrap my arms around his neck and pull him into a guillotine choke. In a desperate last-ditch effort, he tries to lift me into the air, but the closed guard Very vivid they are. But the close guard I apply in conjunction with his calf injury makes it impossible for him to gain a footing. Foo. Foo. Eventually he falls silent and goes limp. I take the opportunity to wrench my knife out of his back, burying the tip into the base of his neck. I pull free. His heavy body hits the ground with a dull thud. How old is this girl? A deep breath. I rise from the ground. Mallory. I stumble over to her, only able to look only blankly at the state she had been reduced to. The abuse she had sustained was simply too cruel. This stubborn girl who always helped others with a dumb smile. What twisted world deemed that she deserved such a fate? Droplets of blood begin to drip from my face onto her closed eyelids. They trace a path down her cheeks, causing her to weakly open her eyes. Amy? A hoarse, broken voice. It was barely recognizable. Is that you? It's me. Amy. Yes. You have blood on you. Amy. Mallory. Amy. Mallory. Amy. Our laughter echoes weakly through the dim underground room. I'm a bit tired, so I'm going to rest a little more. Sorry. I'll watch over you. Pulling out a handkerchief, I wipe the blood from her face. This handkerchief. Mallory had made it for me out of the fabric of her dress. So this would be Triss's mom, because he's got a handkerchief. According to her, it fit me because it was as blue as the boundless sky. Gently separating from her, I ease her figure to the ground. Thud. The sound of a footstep. I was gonna say, she didn't kill someone. I turn in place, only to be met with a woman's paralyzed expression. Mallory's mother. She must have just returned home. With a shriek of terror, she tries to flee. My blade was already no longer in my hand. God, this chick. It lances deep into her thigh, tripping her and causing her to smash her head against the stone steps. Desperate to get away, the woman claws her way up the steps. I don't let her. I rip the knife out of her leg. Ah! She screams in pain and kicks out at me. I back off and wait. When she begins crawling again, I let the knife fall on her to her vulnerable lower joints. Repeatedly, without pause. By the time she makes it to the floor above, her lower body is completely crippled. I step over her fallen figure, watching on as she rolls into her back and raises her arms in surrender. Please, I didn't want it to come to this either. To her pleas for mercy, I say nothing. Instead, I grab one of her arms and slice into the tendons of her elbow. Mallory's mother wails in agony. She begs to me with a face streaked with snot and tears. What do you want? Please, I'll tell you anything. What do you want? Answer me. Why did you take Mallory away from the orphanage? We needed the money to pay for his sister's medicine. You told Mallory her older sister's condition had stabilized. We lied to her. Her condition actually got worse. She couldn't even leave the hospital, but we couldn't afford it. So we... I see. So that's how it was. What are you going to do with me? Well, you're already half dead. I'm going to torture you to death. What else, silly? No, please, I swear to you, we did everything we could. The cry of pain, her last functioning limb drops limply to her side. You didn't stop it. Her main figure resembled a marionette with its strings cut off. Mallory's father. Did you see what I did to him? Grabbing her by the hair, I drag her helpless figure through the house. With her limbs disabled, she had no way to resist. The only thing she could do was sob wretchedly as her scalp stretched and tore into the forest. Mallory's father was exactly where I left him. What did you do to him? Leaving her to rest on the floor below, I approached the table. I pulled his head back, exposing his gaping gullet and rolled back eyes. No. Dear. Mallory's mother weeps in tear-choked heartbreak as her eyes fall upon the cavernous gash on her beloved's throat. It's a shame I couldn't take my time with him. I glide over to her trembling figure and bend down, bringing my face close to hers. But it's fine. I whisper flatly into her ear. Because there's you. There's also the sister. But I guess she's at the hospital still. How can a family choose one child over the other? Like, would you want a sickly child that you have to keep paying for? Or would you want the healthy child that you don't have to spend a bunch of money on? I'd let the sick child die. Shit. I turn to the kitchen cabinets, begin rummaging through the contents. Kitchens are full of things you can use to torture people you know. Mortar and pestle. It's ironic, isn't it? Kitchen shears. The heart of a home where people go to nourish their bodies. A glass cup. It'll serve you a fine last meal. With the routine air of someone preparing supper, I smash the glass cup and begin grinding the shards into fine dust with a mortar and pestle. Please, you don't have to do this. My preparation is complete. I place the selected items down next to her. I wonder. Your neighbors should be used to hearing screams. Let's test it. Will anybody come? Mallory's mother shakes her head in wart denial as I press down on her with shears in hand. For example, a house from which screams erupted on a regular basis. If screams were to fill the air once more, why would anyone have any reason to care? Hysterical. Because this woman had stood by as her daughter cried out in vain. Help would never come for her own dying screams. Ah! I place her pinky finger between the shears. Squeeze down. Chop. The tip comes flying off. Ah! My eyes take it all in. They lap up the freshly spilt blood. Lick and devour it. It's so vibrant. Even the colored people like her. Something twists and clenches in me at the sound of her screams. Had Mallory screamed like this, locked in that dark basement all alone? I wonder if Mallory is gonna die. Because she said she was tired. And she was gonna sleep. I think she's dead. Unable to get away. Forsaken by the very one she trusted. With no hope of rescue or escape. Please, stop. Methodically, working through her extremities, I switch to my knife and slice open her gut. I reach into her abdomen and pull out her bowels. I show them to her. But she shuts her eyes to avoid beholding the sight. How futile. I was gonna say, she's gonna slice off her eyelids. Grabbing her head, I slice off her eyelids and force her to bear witness to her own split innards. Spilt. I watch on as her eyeballs gyrate and roll in their sockets, repeating a cycle of fainting and awakening to the horror and pain. Next, I slice open the tissue supporting her jaw and smash her nose in with the pestle. I bring the mortar filled with glass dust to the woman's lips. Now drink. Her nose crushed, she had no choice but to continue breathing through her mouth. Even as fine glass shards funnel down her throat. In response to her foreign objects entering her lungs, her body automatically starts coughing. But that only causes the glass bits to burrow deeper into her delicate tissue. Blood begins to spew from her mouth as glass tears her apart from the inside. This chick is deranged! Pouring the glass had been her death sentence. With this, she cannot be saved. No matter how agonizingly long it may take, Mallory's mother will die without fail. She's gonna die anyway from blood loss. As I watch over the woman's death throes, my eyes catch on something amidst her splayed entrails. An organ that brings life into the world. Oh shit, was she pregnant? Proof that one has given birth. A mother's womb. Fire sparks from my veins as I look upon it. Oh, okay. Never mind. Plunge my life into the uterus. Over and over again. Why'd I let her go? Why had it taken so long to realize? Why? Strike the vitriol in my heart into the blade's tip, and mutilate the organ in blind fury. For all this time, I've been idle. Idle as Mallory suffered. Mallory's mother was no longer breathing. Oh, duh. But the iron consuming me did not lessen. It's not enough. It's boundless hunger within me. No matter how much I gorge, I can never sate it. The world will kill and eat. Supporting myself against the wall and slowly rise to my feet. The world will kill and eat. The scene I had painted in my wrath. It's so full of color. I've always been told, Flowers are beautiful. Flowers are full of color. It's true. When their petals have been spread all over the room like this, it's beautiful. After regaining my composure, I turn away from my handiwork. There's work to be done. Oil, rags, firewood. When everything is set up, I return to the basement with water and cloth. Mallory. Even when the marks on her body fade, will the scars upon her soul ever fully heal? I'll erase it all. Taking Mallory upon my back, I light the house on fire. As we leave the cursed place behind, I resolve upon something in my heart. This innocent girl who's only ever helped others with a dumb smile. I won't let anyone hurt her anymore. Even if the world becomes my enemy, I will stay by her side and protect her. That I swear. Let me guess, Mallory's not gonna want to be your friend anymore. Then she's gonna flip out. Who is it? Come out, I know you're there. I slip through the shadows to the girl's bedside and press a knife to her throat. However, she shows no signs of distress. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Fina. This girl. She did not fear death. Realizing it held no weight, I lowered the knife. Mallory's older sister? That I am. Off. And you are? I'm Mallory's friend from the orphanage. Fina smiles and sighs contentedly. Good girl. She's always been good at following instructions. You must have had your hands full looking after her. That girl doesn't know how to be selfish, you know. Without someone like you as her ally, she would never last in a place like that. Ugh. Why'd I know your name? Amine. Huh. Same name that she's planning on giving her firstborn. Must be fate that led you two together. How can I help you, Amine? Do you know of it? What your parents have done to Mallory? What? They lied to Mallory. Took her from the orphanage and locked her in the basement. Letting men rape and ravage her, they trafficked her over and over again. All for money. Money for your treatment. How could they? Fina's lips quiver. Fingernails dig into her palms. Even though I told them so many times. To just let me die. She tries to rise, but that sends her into a hacking fit. Ugh. Sapped of strength, she crumples and collapses against the bed. I have to stop them. There's no need. Your parents are already dead. Your house as well is nothing but ash. Fina goes quiet. She studies my face intently. It was not the reaction I expected. You are not angry? They fell by my hand after all. You did it all to protect Mallory? I see. Thank you, Amine. I don't understand it well. But your parents, they were family to you. You should be angry. Sad. You're thanking me. Why? They are already dead. And I'll be following them shortly. But Mallory is still alive. Not enough to convince you, huh? I'll tell you then. It's true that I once loved them, but that feeling has long dried up. I just don't care anymore. Don't feel a thing at the news that they're dead. I know it's ungrateful of me. After all, they sacrificed so much, threw away everything for my sake. I never asked for any of that. Fina turns to a vase on her bedstand where a single solitary flower lay. Reaching out, she strokes the head of the flower. The petals ply under her fingers. They curl and fall to the ground. Every time they visited, they would always bring flowers. To liven up the room, they would say. But I never wanted any flowers. All I've ever wanted was to lie with my hands turned up and be utterly empty. Empty, as they faded away. This girl, it wasn't that she didn't fear death. Rather, death was what she wanted, what she wished for. They knew of how you felt? I've told them countless times, but there are none so deaf as those who will not hear. When they spoke of me, they would look at me, but they would never see me. That's how it felt. Fina lets out a deep breath and lets her body fall limp. Even the mere act of speaking seemed exhausting for her. I made my peace a long time ago. My parents were never able to accept it. It's always been like this. I've always been made to suffer for my sake. If only I had been born. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and if you enjoyed it, leave a like and hit the sub for more walkthroughs, playthroughs, and let's plays on the gaming experience.